Hello, this is a brief introduction to the Hach LDO 101 Dissolved Oxygen Probe. In conjunction with the Hach HQ40D multimeter, this setup allows us to read the dissolved oxygen concentrations of a water sample, as well as its percent saturation of dissolved oxygen. The principle behind this is that of luminescent dissolved oxygen. For more information on this method, please contact your instructor. Here on the probe interface, the meter, we see that there is a large display number that reads in milligrams per liter. This is our dissolved oxygen concentration. We also see smaller numbers on the side, which read the temperature in degrees Celsius, the percent dissolved oxygen saturation of our water sample, the barometric pressure, and the date and time. You will also notice that there is a little graph icon in the upper left-hand corner with an OK next to it. This ensures us that our probe has recently been calibrated. This probe is set to read instantaneously, meaning that there is no need for interface with this meter aside from placing the probe into our desired sample solution. On the probe itself, you can see here this silver button is the temperature sensor. You can also notice that the probe lights up in this blue and red alternating flash, and that is what allows us to read the luminescent dissolved oxygen. In order to properly read a sample, we need to make sure that our probe is clean before we place it into any sample. We'll do this by rinsing it off with deionized water, which is just pure water. And we want to make sure that we are thoroughly rinsing down any and all surfaces that are going to make contact with a sample. We do this in order to prevent contamination between samples. Once we've rinsed the probe down, we wipe it down with this laboratory wipe, which is designed to not leave any lint whatsoever on the surface that it touches. Once this probe has been rinsed and dried, it is now ready to read a sample. You will now also notice that there is a bar here on the meter saying stabilizing and filling slowly. Once this bar disappears, that is how we know that the probe is stable and that the data that it is representing can be in fact recorded.